Welcome to Me Elevate the Podcast Show, and I am your host, Mr. Coach Davis. Today, I really want to address and talk about what I have realized about complaining, because I see a lot of people that have so much potential. I see a lot of people that are future millionaires. I see a lot of people that are future businessmen, businesswomen. I see a lot of people that are very successful if we stop complaining and making excuses on why we are not where we want to be, complaining and making excuses why we can't be successful or get it done. You know, they say success don't happen overnight. Actually, it does, because once you keep doing that work and keep grinding, one time when it's ready to start, your success is going to come, and it may come at night, overnight. But I'm not saying that it's going to come tomorrow. It's a difference, because I think we expect to do something, or we expect when we put our goals or our dreams or our plans, and we expect for them to happen like this. And then if it does not happen accordingly, then we typically give up. Then you have those that not just give up, they carry that low vibrational frequency in goals, dreams, ideas, or plans, because their plan wasn't successful or they failed. So now they nag about it, and they encourage other people not to even follow their goals or their dreams. They encourage people to pretty much operate on their lower self. So as a people, we start to complain, not just about our goals, our dreams, our ambitions. We start to complain about everything. And I still fall in that category, because we complain about the smallest things, and we allow what we complain about to transfer a certain type of energy and an emotion that we have built up because of the complaining, because it's a piece of us that's not properly operating right, or properly healed, or properly disciplined to be able to break away from these things that we allow our emotions to attach to bring certain type of feelings. So now we are acting accordingly depending on the situation. And I think that that's the problem. I don't know if a lot of us can even explain our emotions and feelings and thoughts in a certain situation that we may go through or put ourselves in, and actually analyzing everything to see, okay, what caused this? Why is this happening? Why am I feeling this way? Now, since I'm feeling this way, why am I projecting this way? These are stuff that I had to learn over the years that I still try to implement in my life, and even learn now. Stop complaining. Stop complaining about every little thing, because all you do is invite negative energy, invite negative auras, invite negative conversations, invite negative people, invite negative things. Now that's having you operating in a certain type of way and projecting a certain type of energy or a frequency or a feeling, or projecting a emotion. And then not only is it happening that one time, once you consistently do it, it happens all the time, and it becomes a habit. It becomes a part of your character. Now, since the complaining and the nagging, or the doubting or whatever that case is that's bringing these different type of emotions that's allowing you to complain why you can't do something, or it's because of this, or it's because of that, or you don't got the, like, so why are you projecting that type of energy in them conversations now? Whoever around you, as in your kids or whoever's watching you and looking at you as a role model, now they are implementing them same traits within themselves. So if they implementing them traits within themselves as a child, imagine how it's going to be as an adult. And not only as an adult, the conversation they have with other kids. Now they having that low vibrational frequency of not even believing in themselves because of the complaining that you do. Now it's projecting and passing on. And I don't think that we sit down and really break it down to see it this way. Stop complaining. Now, I'm not saying that it's not stuff that's prevent us from doing stuff, prevent us from some of our goals, our dreams. We got obstacles that come and stop our plans. You know, we got obstacles that may come into our life when we may be happy or in a certain type of moment, but we cannot allow that to stop us. And then what we do is we complain. And when we complain, it causes depression. And now we operating on a lower frequency. And I think when it comes to complaining, it is a internal issue going on. That goes for me, that goes for you, that goes for them. It's an internal issue that's going on that's making you act and get triggered in a certain type of way for you to complain about certain stuff. Now, we have all type of different complaining. You got people that complain about everything. The grocery store, the stoplight, the traffic, your job, these people, them people, this right here, this right here. That is a part of not holding yourself accountable in some type of way. Because if you complain about everything and you complain about everybody, if you complain about every situation, have you noticed you have not held yourself accountable out of any of that complaining? Then we have a different type of complaining where you are complaining why you are not where you want to be. Not saying that obstacles or it's not stuff implemented that's kind of, slowing down the process or giving us a detour or take something away or whatever the case may be. Stuff happens. I understand that. But we do not have to use complaining for an excuse why we are not successful in operating in our higher self and working our hardest to be able to achieve our goals and our dreams. We cannot complain or put our being unsuccessful, unaccomplished, not having your dreams come true, and continuously to be comfortably to blame it on other people. When all the energy that you're putting to being depressed or operating on your lower frequency, operating in low vibrational friends, places, materialistic things, whatever the case that's allowing you to operate on them lower frequencies, we get comfortable and we settle for less. There is no holding ourselves accountable so we can see what is the issue. I have to be able to evaluate myself. I have to be able to evaluate the situation to see what's going on. You're not always wrong and you're not always right. It has to be some type of awareness. It has to be some type of holding yourself accountable. Sometimes it's hard for you to look in the mirror and see you've been blaming everybody else all of these years and you are the problem. You complain about everybody else and you are the problem. You complain why you can't make it, why you can't be successful when you are the problem. Even though obstacles and random stuff may occur or happen, you still are the problem because it's something that's in you that's allowing you to either not know your value, not appreciating yourself, not holding yourself accountable, holding people around you accountable, showing people how to treat you, showing people how to value you. You are the problem because now you are showing people it's okay to treat me like crap. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for you. You know, every time you doubt yourself, every time you feel depressed, every time you're in a certain type of energy field that is allowing you comfortably to operate on your lower self, take a step back. Take a step back. Project a different image. Pull yourself out of that body right now and look at yourself. Look how you're living. Look at your understanding of life and how life goes. So if you're complaining about because life is not successful because of this or because of that, because of this and that, or if you're letting obstacles stop you because of this, of that, or if you're letting the hardest time of your life keep you operating in depression on your lower self, now you think it's okay and you think this is life and this is how life is for you. So you allow it to be your belief system, and now you implement it in everyday basis in all of your habits, and your characteristics is starting to make that be normalized. And since it's normalized, now you allowing yourself to teach or influence the people around you. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to be able to find yourself. And I think the best time to really find yourself is through isolation. Because with isolation, all you around is yourself, your thoughts, the spirits, God, energy, silence. Sometimes you gotta just break away from everything and break away from all the distractions and just hear the silence. That way you can hear your thoughts. You can feel the energy. You have to be able to really figure out who you are. You got people that's going to doubt you your whole life. You got people that's going to hate on you your whole life. But are you going to allow them to stop you from operating on your higher self? Are you going to allow other people's opinions about your goals and about your dreams stop you because they giving you a negative opinion because of what they've been through with experience, or they can't even see your vision? Stop telling people about all of your ideas and your goals and your plans. Now you posting your goals and your plans all on the internet. Now people are sitting there seeing your plans and building insecurity. Now since they building insecurity, now they praying against that. Everybody is not praying for you. Are you praying for me or are you praying on me? It's a difference. I don't need everybody to pray for me because I don't know how you praying and I don't know who you praying to. I'm just being real. I don't need and I don't want everybody praying for me because I don't know who you praying to and who you and what you're praying for. Are you praying for me or are you praying on me? It's a big difference. And sometimes it takes that isolation or that separation for you to be able to realize who you are. You think I care if I get 1 view, 2 views, 5 views, 6 views, 7 views, 10 views, 30 views? That's not going to stop who I am and who I had to build up to be here. Because before I was worried about them things. Because I thought, well, if you only got 2 views, if you only got 3 views, how are you? Who are you? Don't nobody like you. You only got 30 views. That been out for 3 years. Until you realize, like, wow, I got 3 views. I've been contacted by 3 people that watched that video and it changed and it's inspiration in their life. So why would I care about 1 million people watching it for negative reasons or just to complain or just to talk about it when I got people that's actually watching it that's giving good feedback like this is helping me? You know how that make you feel? Who cares about 1 million views? When you actually inspiring and you getting great feedback, and not only getting great feedback, you can see the progress. Do not doubt yourself. Stop complaining. Because if you take all of that energy and stop complaining and take that and convert that energy to dedication, motivation, affirmations, it's going to be so much different because now you making complaining be the opposite of a affirmation. So when we speak affirmations in our life, they supposed to be great, inspiring, manifesting. So now what you're doing is you're manifesting the negative. So people say, oh, manifesting ain't real. Manifesting ain't real. Dreams don't come true. You know why? Because you're speaking that into existence on your own life. Don't be a coward and speak it to other people's life, including your family members, your children, your lovers, your spouses, your partners, your friends, your coworkers. Don't be a coward and speak it on them because you don't believe it's true, because now you see them progressing or them having that belief system within them. So now you want to tear them down because you operate in a low frequency. Don't be cowardly. Because you got the power too. You have the strength too to be able to overcome these situations, overcome your obstacles and becoming great and operating on your higher self. But you have to choose it because we have that choice. I don't want nobody around me that's complaining, that's depressing, that has negative energy, that operate on a negative frequency. You're not in my realm. You will never be in my energy field because I don't want to be around that. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have situations in our life that will cause depression. I'm not saying situations in your life don't happen that has you operating on your lower frequency and you angry and you mad and you just, I'm not saying that, but we make mistakes. It's not a bad thing that you express your emotions sometimes and it'd be anger or it'd be depression or it'd be insecurities, it'd be low self-esteem, you know? These are the times that we should learn from them. Because if we realize, no matter what state you in, not actual state as in, the states that we live in, but no matter the mind state that you are in, however you are projecting that energy and it hits you first, then it hits other people around you. However you are projecting that energy, is it a positive trait? Is it a negative trait? Is it operating on your higher self or operating on your lower self? Is it helping or destroying? All you got to do is watch with your own eyes, hear with your own ears. You're speaking it, you're projecting it. Why you don't think there's no positive outcome? Because you're constantly on a negative frequency. Not only are you on a negative frequency, you hanging around people that's negative too. Like me, I want to know your intentions. No matter what type of connection that we may have, what is your intentions? Friendships, co-workers, relationships, associates, whatever the case is, what is your intentions? What is your belief system, your characteristics? It matters. I didn't understand some of these things when I was younger. That's why I was in the streets. That's why I was in gangs. That's why I was doing drugs. That's why I had addictions. That's why I was an addict. Operating on my lower self, making excuses, complaining why I can't be better when I'm operating on my lower self, using addictions, using drugs, using porn, using whatever it is to be able to think that that's going to heal me, to implement that I'm okay, or to get my dopamine started in my brain to make me feel happy or change that emotional state because I feel depressed or I'm angry or I'm operating in my lower self. So I'm trying to do anything that's going to get that dopamine out of me and make me feel great, not realize that I'm destroying myself. Are you destroying yourself? Are you going to drugs, sex, porn, anger? It's all type of different stuff people go to that you're operating on the lower self because you're trying to feel better and feel higher and feel happy. So you go to other resources or materialistic things or negative people to think that that's going to help your dopamine, when they have an intention, or it's an intention to destroy you, but you don't see that because you're too busy trying to get satisfied, running from your problems, running from the issue to get that dopamine started to feel happy. Yeah, you feel happy for that moment, until you got to face the problem again. And what you do? What do we do? Go right back to it. Now we are in that cycle. Now we are in that cycle. And I just ask you to break the cycle for you. Best believe when I make these videos, these Me Elevate videos, these events that we have, different speakers that's going to be coming up, I don't just do this just to do it. I do it for me. I do it for you. I do it for us. And this may not be for everybody. And if it's not for you, then you can just go. Because this is personal development. This is wisdom. This is growth. This is operating on your higher self, a higher frequency. Like 19 Keys would say, high level conversations. I mean, but this ain't high level conversations. He high level conversations, but I have high level conversations. Definitely salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Besides operating on your lower self constantly, every day. And then, we have energy transfer. So now since you're acting like that, now you're transferring that energy to everybody around you. I challenge you to be great. And I challenge you to break any barriers and limitations that you have that's keeping you stuck. I ask you to stop complaining and keep being comfortable in your insecurities, and stop allowing other people to implement insecurities in you, and stop allowing you to believe the negative energy, the negative conversations, the negative talk, the negative belief in people that may believe that about you, and you allow them to control your emotions by believing it. Stop. Stop complaining. Stop making excuses. Life is not promised tomorrow. What are you waiting for? Why are you sitting around being ooey? That energy, that negative, why are you operating in these type of manner when life is not promised tomorrow? Stop worrying about the past and worry about today. Stop worrying about tomorrow and worry about today. Because when tomorrow comes, you can make it better than yesterday. Stop it. And I'm talking to the people that have the potential to be able to grow. If you negative, you might have already cut it off. But if you negative and you trying to change because you see the self-awareness, or you need to learn how to be self-aware, then keep watching. I got faith in you too. But if you constantly going to operate on a low frequency and a low vibration, and you ain't trying to change for nothing, then you can just keep it pushing. Or even leave a negative comment so we can just keep it up there so you can see yourself as a mirror to see what type of energy that you are projecting. I just want to say, put God first. Because without God, nothing would be possible, including me. God is amazing. He allowed us to be in this universe. God let us be magical. We like magical instruments. God gave us the power to make things come true. We have an imagination that turns into reality. Do you understand that you are a magical being? You are magical. Where's your magic at? You can make your goals and your dreams come true. And don't let the word magic trick you. Because sometimes they try to trick that word magic and make it be negative. Because we do have negative people operating on that frequency too. Yeah, you overcome what you going through. Embrace your power for your breakthrough. And when you elevate, it's a great view.